Finn was born 8 weeks premature, 8 weeks early, which was quite a surprise. He was born at Royal Stoke Hospital. We were in the hospital quite a while, and it felt like a lot longer because we ended up having to go to sort of 3 hospitals. Probably about a good month and a half. We were in hospital before we were able to take him home. Felt so like fragile and so light. It was crazy. It was when we found out what was happening, it was a bit surreal, really, because we obviously didn't expect it. It was kind of a bit of a shock because we'd been for previous appointments where they were a little bit concerned about his weight, I think, and the size that he was. So the midwife sent us for a scan, and that's when we first realised that something may be wrong. They were taking quite a while to try and measure. I'm not sure if it was measuring the placenta or measuring his thigh bone or something like that, but it took quite a while, and she wasn't happy, the nurse, with the results, and said, yeah, this is quite worrying what's coming out here, so I'm going to take it to a specialist. The hospitals were amazing. I don't think enough gets said about the work. That a lot goes on, obviously, behind closed doors for obvious reasons, and a lot of stuff you don't see. And it does feel like Groundhog Day, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And there's some days where, stuff doesn't go. Your baby's not making as much progress as you want or you think. You don't feel they're ever going to get better. You don't feel they're ever going to be out of that little igloo. But it comes with time. Scary. The first night at home is terrifying because you've been so used to having other people around you, like nurses, doctors, giving you advice, helping you with what to do. And then suddenly you're on your own. You've got no monitors anymore. So at first the beeping can be quite daunting, the beep of the monitors and the alarms going off. But after a while it almost becomes like supportive and soothing. And suddenly when you haven't got that anymore, it's so weird that you're almost like constantly on edge. It was amazing, don't get me wrong, like scary and terrifying, but it was amazing because it was the first time he felt like he was ours. It was like, we've got our baby boy now. It's weird because when you first walk into the NICU, you see a bell that you ring when you're able to take your child home, and every day you walk past that bell, and it's like, okay, one day it'll be our turn to ring the bell. One day it'll be our turn to ring the bell. Today could be the day we get to ring the bell, and it's just like, it is a sign of hope that it's there, and one day you'll get a chance to ring it, and it's just an amazing experience when you finally do get to take your baby home. Like you say, for most people that's probably the same day or the day after, for full-term births. But the fact that mothers are in NICU and don't get that opportunity to take the baby home straight away is hard and quite heartbreaking to see them go through that. Like you say, they're probably some of the bravest people and strongest people alive to be able to go through that and sit there every day just watching the baby in those in those plastic cases, not being able to hold them, hug them, kiss them. It's just it is hard, and I can't stress out that no one kind of prepares you for how hard it is.